You are watching Fight Fans TV. My name is Jake, and I'm joined by an absolute MMA legend who will be fighting at the One Fight Night 10 on May the 5th. It is the Burmese Python himself. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much. Had a great training session. So everything is good. Everything's where it should be.
Excellent, excellent. Obviously, you know, you've still got to juggle life responsibilities with your training and everything, obviously, as people probably able to see you driving at the moment. Just to get straight into it, you're obviously facing Chinese MMA star Fan Rong at Fight Night 10 when the previous fight got rescheduled. Do you feel like it's kind of fate that this fight is going to be taking place in the United States? You know, it's your adopted home country. Do you feel like this was meant to happen?
Yeah, I mean, it was meant to happen, twice already.
Yeah.
Uh, so to be in the United States, it's pretty cool. Um, yeah, I mean, is it fate? I guess. I guess it is fate. We're fated to fight in the United States, my adopted home country. So it's kind of cool. I'm
Excellent.
excited. I'm excited to put on a show for a lot of my family members that are going to be coming to watch, from the States.
Well, I was going to ask you, do you feel a different type of pressure with it being in the United States as opposed to flying over to Singapore?
Pressure makes diamonds, man. And I love pressure. It makes me be a better fighter and it makes me be a better person. So I embrace that.
Excellent. I was going to ask you as well, we're about a month away, just under a month away from the fight. How do you feel in terms of your preparation, in terms of keeping yourself on the right weight? How do you feel as you're heading into the bout? Obviously, you've done this, so many times before, but does it feel different this time? How do you feel?
Yeah, physically, I feel very good. Last two fights, I had some nagging injuries. This fight injury free, and I'm going to be the best version of myself.
Excellent. So obviously yourself and Fan Rong, you have really similar records in terms of fights in ONE FC. Obviously, you've been fighting for an extremely long time, but you've had losses to the same people, and you're both kind of known for going in there and your striking abilities. Do you feel that that's going to kind of cancel each other out? And do you find it strange that quite a few people seem to forget that you are known as the Python because you did have an incredible submission record earlier on in your career? Is that something that you're kind of hoping to lean into, or are you thinking you're just going to go in there and trade with this guy standing up?
I mean, I don't think I really doubt he's going to stand with me. I really, really doubt he's going to stand with me. I really doubt that. And at the same time, if the grappling opportunity is there, I'll take it. But I really doubt he's going to stand with me. And if it does, great, I'll break him on the feet. If it goes to the ground, we'll look for the submission. We'll look for the ground and pound. But
do you think the winner of this fight should go on to fight Derrida for the middleweight title? Do you think this is basically a number one contenders fight?
I'm not sure about that, but on my end, when I win, I should get a title shot.
Would you want to fight a middleweight, or would you want to fight a light heavyweight?
I'm staying at middleweight. I'm not going back up to light heavyweight.
Okay, cool. Obviously, for people that are watching, obviously middleweight in ONE FC is different to, say, other MMA organizations. So it's got a weight limit of 205 pounds. So it is basically light heavyweight for middleweight is light heavyweight. Just translating it over. And speaking of that, in terms of,
we have to be fully hydrated.
Yes, of course, of course. Yeah. It's in terms of how you actually get to the weight. It's obviously the stringent rules that one has in place are incredible. They're absolutely incredible in terms of ensuring, fighter safety and having those hydration levels as they are.
And then they weigh you after the fight too, where you can't be over a certain amount.
Yeah, I mean, there's quite a few times where we've seen certain fighters go in for certain other organizations. They go in at welterweight, and then when you look at them in the cage, you look about 200 pounds. So like, how did you manage that? Yeah. So speaking of which, I mean, obviously, you said that you're going to win this fight. You're going in to win this fight. How do you envisage the fight going? You said that you don't see him looking to stand with you. Do you think it's going to take a submission? Do you anticipate this potentially going to the judges and you having to grind out a victory that way, or are you thinking I'm just going to go in, get it done as quickly as possible, or are you just going to
No,
anticipate and see what happens on the night?
it's not gonna go to the judges. It's not going to judges. It's going to be violent, and it's going to be a fun. It's going to be a fun one, for the fans to watch.
Yeah, definitely. When I saw the lineup, I was just like, wow, okay, here we go. Two guys with, two guys that can definitely stand there and trade. It's going to be a fantastic fight to watch. Obviously, it's in the United States. It's on Amazon Prime. It's arguably, I mean, you've had an incredible career thus far, but would you say this is arguably in terms of spectacle and grandeur, the biggest fight of your career?
Yeah, for sure. And it's back in the States. I haven't fought here for 10 years,
Wow.
and it's like I went to Asia, for this promotion, and then finally it's here in the States. So for me, it's like a welcoming party, for one championship in the States. So I'm planning to make a big impression here, and it's kind of cool to be able to fight in front of the American fans.
Yeah, definitely. So do you think the next time that one goes back to the United States, you could be headlining the card? Is that what you hope to do?
I hope so. For me, even this fight, I'm main event.
Well, yeah, I mean, to be fair, this fight could main event. But speaking of the main event that is happening on the night, Demetrius Johnson, and Moraes, who do you see winning that fight?
I can't. It's too close. It's too close to call. I'm a big fan of both, and I like both of the guys. I know them. So I don't really. It's too close for me to select who's gonna win. It's one of those things. A fight's a fight, man. Anybody. This fight, I can't. Whoever I say is gonna win, probably the other one's gonna win. So I'm not.
I mean, it is incredible. I mean, it's a lot of the fights that happen in one. It's so incredibly close. It's the toss of a coin, isn't it? I mean, the quality of fighters you guys have on that roster is incredible.
Yeah, but as you can see, both of them can finish each other.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is going to be a hell of a trilogy. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me. Obviously, really appreciate your time. Good luck with the fight. Amazon Prime, May the 5th.
Yes.
It's going to be absolutely massive in the United States. First time that one's in the United States. It's going to be a huge card. And obviously, good luck. Good luck with your training and everything. And
I promise fireworks, man. I promise fireworks. It's going to be great.
I don't even think you need to promise fireworks. We know. we know there's fireworks.
Yes.
Like we don't expect two guys to go in there and be like tentative. I think a lot of us are expecting like a real firefight.
So, go to sleep.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You take care.
You too. Thank you.